We are live! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. FB Live Talk on Property Matters here in ERA Explorer Focus Group with Shafiq Focus and Agent Shahid. Let's do this!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Ya Syahid.
Ya Allah. Hey, good evening. Aduh.
Wow, today we got Sitimas Pet come on board.
Yes. Ika, kat mana tu kak? Where you at?
Sebelah rumah you?
Sebelah rumah, seram lah. Background rumah tu. Itu rumah puaka.
Yeah. I saw the staircase like you know, like very eerie, eh?
Okay lah. Nanti
Hai.
boleh paint ke?
How's everyone? How's everyone?
Takut pula cerita hantu.
Yeah, I feel so
Itulah.
eerie, you know, today. Yeah, I feel so eerie with the sound effect, you know.
Belum start lagi dah iri eh.
So how are you, Shahid? Sitimas?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you, boss?
Okay, Alhamdulillah. I'm so excited today because today we have a very interesting topic. You know, understand that a lot of audience out there are waiting for us to share with these supernatural things, you know, tonight. But I think we will have to start early because we should end up by 1 a.m.
1 a.m. ah.
Yeah, to feel the ambience, you know.
See, our background already very dark, very dark.
Yeah.
Your one you have to close the light, boss.
No, because you know why? I have to on the light as big as possible because I'm quite worried. I'm the only one here.
Alright.
Yeah. Now Sitimas said, don't look behind. Don't look behind. What happened?
Because you're behind got TV,
Yeah.
Gambar
I
siapa tu keluar?
still forgotten to switch off.
It's okay.
Mr. Shahid.
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. As usual, we are quite hectic. Our schedule on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, viewings, consultations here and there. That is what we are currently experiencing. High demand, high volume of transactions, which is good for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Kak?
Busy lah juga. I heard resale moving Crazy Crazy
Yup.
COV started already, I heard.
Yep, for certain estates, we already heard like Woodlands, you have COVs, Yishun as well, I heard. Yeah.
Betul. Wah, only Woodland
So I think
got so many other estates also start COV already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I think those who don't know what is COV means, cash on valuations. That means whatever also can over can cash on over valuation. Okay, so whatever above the valuation, the selling price between the valuation, you have to pay by cash. Cannot use CPF. So that's the trend nowadays. Yeah.
Yep. So for those of you planning to sell or considering whether to sell or not, you might want to consider because this is one of the good timing to sell because of the demand for certain areas. You have the buyers ready there, you have demand. So it might not take too long for you to sell, but it depends. It depends on situation, and it depends whether the house ada some cases ke tak.
Oh, okay.
That is
Yeah.
where we come to today's topic. I
Yeah,
think
today's
based
session.
on
Yeah.
what I call due to a lot of requests.
Yeah, a lot of requests. In fact, I think this is quite a very hot topic lah for this. But anyway, whatever topic that we share today is actually pertain to properties also, because we based on totally on our experience. Maybe we can do some disclaimer, Syahid, before we
Yes.
kena bombard.
No lah, again, whatever we're gonna share today is based on our personal experience. It's nothing related to whoever is alive or whoever is already dead. Okay lah,
That
kira
is
tak
a
kena
conversion
mengenai
from Malay.
dengan yang hidup
Maybe
ataupun yang mati.
Sitimas Puppet can translate to Malay.
Apa yang kita nak ceritakan hari ni tiada kaitan dengan yang hidup atau yang mati. Ini adalah kisah sebenar. Experience abang-abang kita ni.
Okay.
Berjumpa dengan makhluk.
Yeah, to add on is that okay, everything that we say today basically based on our experience and our analysis and our interpretation. Okay, we just merely share our thought, and then of course we don't intend to give any impact, okay, or any supernatural belief lah, okay, as whether these views are grounded with fact or fiction. Yeah, see, while I'm talking suddenly I heard this burung called burung hantu. Yeah, in English burung hantu called ghost bird.
Yeah.
Right?
No lah.
Then in English they call ghost bird.
Ghost bird.
Burung hantu owl lah.
Yeah, because
Owl
burung hantu
lah.
is ghost bird what? Then owl in Malay what?
Okay.
Burung hantu.
That's why I say ghost bird.
Astaghfirullahalazim.
That one is direct translation.
Dengan ghost.
How come suddenly really got another burung coming already? See?
That one burung lain.
The way she laugh really so scary, Syahid,
That's why I say, boss, you better be careful. You in the office, right? Jangan pandang belakang.
But the way Sitimas talk,
Just now you translate already, right?
Yeah, translate already.
Translate already, So English translate, Okay, now I talk in Arabic, you all translate,
Okay, please talk about burung
إن شاء الله اليوم سنتكلم
Alhamdulillah.
عن هذا البرنامج إن شاء الله فلا تخاف إن الله معنا.
Alhamdulillah, I understand that.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sila terjemahkan.
The terjemahan is tonight we're going to talk about bird ghost.
No lah, I say jangan takut, jangan segan. InsyaAllah Allah bersama kita.
Amin, alhamdulillah.
Okay, so itulah pembukaan Pembukaan the opening for our session today. Today's viewers a lot today's viewers a lot. I think a lot wanna hear about.
Selalu attract lah penonton.
Okay, so again for all the audience out there who are watching now, you can help us like and share. So the more likes, the more share that we get, the more cerita hantu that we're gonna share. And again, for those who are joining as well, if you have any, and then if you all have any your own personal experience, any encounter, whether you are an agent ataupun owners ataupun buyers or sellers, you can share in the comment box as well, so that we can share with the audience. Right? So we are all sharing whatever experiences that we all went through.
Yes.
Some stories that we're gonna share are not even us. Some of them are from our colleagues as well. So we are just gonna share whatever is happening in our industry. And again, as a disclaimer tadi, dia tak ada kena mengena yang hidup atau mati, but it's just our own personal experience. Terpulang nak percaya ke tidak?
Yalah, like we share.
Right, so siapa nak start dulu? Okay.
I mean for our daily life, okay, we used to view houses. Sometimes the house is vacant house. That means no one stay there. And then as an agent, of course, we need to.
So imagine the house is vacant.
I haven't finished my talk. Suddenly the door opened on its own. I think, can I cabut first? Assalamualaikum.
But you're right, boss. Normally when the house.
Okay, back to just now. Okay, because sometimes owner is not in Singapore, owner is overseas, so they hand over the keys to us, and then we have to handle their house, you know. And then sometimes happen that the house is so long vacant. It's so long vacant that of course we have to make sure that before we bring our customer to view, we have to tidy up the place, and then we have to open up the window, you know, to make it more airy, right? So sometimes it so happen that we have this kind of feeling goose apa Sitimas? Bulu
Goosebumps.
naik apa?
Goosebumps.
Aroma meremang Meremang bulu
goosebumps. Then sometimes we feel that, you know, sometimes we start to feel like giddy, you know. So sometimes people say that when you feel that there's something is not that not that good in the house. That's just emotion, you know, that's emotion feeling. But I don't know whether it's right or not. But then this is something that it depends on individual. Okay, we are not saying that it is something true or not, but this is based on all our experience. Okay, that's why we really put our disclaimer right, so that every one of us will have to take it as this is just a sharing from our experience. Okay.
Yeah, I think the audience out there really can't wait to hear the stories.
Yeah.
So siapa nak ceritakan dulu? Silakan.
I think Syed, because your background, I think you seems like starting with something like Dracula movie like that.
Dracula movie Yalah. Let me start sharing a bit lah of again not my personal experience, but a story that we heard from our colleague that yalah we want to share with all the audience out there today. Okay, I think mana?
Yeah.
Tiba-tiba berangin nampak awak.
Tu lah berangin dia macam bila cerita-cerita gini memang macam gini
I think whenever we hear this sound effect, we better like say.
Tangan pun tengah sejuk ni. Macam nak pergi toilet, Mambang.
Yeah, better just stay put a while and then istighfar. Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Okay, and then like what mentioned, like it's correct lah. I mean, it's normally when the house is vacant normally the situation that we are facing when the house is vacant, then yalah. Honestly, whether kadang-kadang whether the house there's something or not, also sometimes we have our own feelings when you enter an empty house that maybe is vacant for the past few months. Then as an agent, you need to come in first, right? Before the buyers come in, you have to open the windows.
Yeah.
So imagine lah, the house is vacant. Even furnitures also normally dah tak ada banyak
Yeah.
So the house is quite bare.
Yes.
That is where the whole feeling might come in. Honestly, if you ask me, kadang-kadang kita masuk je, cepat-cepat nak tingkap, cepat-cepat. And normally we wouldn't enter the vacant house too early, maybe 5 minutes before the buyer come in. Then we open
Yeah, normally also for me, I always wait until the co-broke agent or maybe the client come, then say, hey, you wait outside, I open the door, and then we come in together. Okay, something like that lah, you know. But sometimes we have no choice, because if the house remain vacant for so long, we really need to open up the door in advance. Okay, open the window, switch on the fan, you know, so that everything smells good. Sometimes when you first time you enter vacant house, you can smell something like not that I don't know how to describe lah, but not that good smell also lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Batuk-batuk.
See, now got gangguan already. See,
kan dah orang sebut
already. Yeah. See, there Dracula background coming already. Wow, this episode not bad. The sound effect tonight. Wow.
But normally kan, sometimes I open vacant house, usually rental landlord memang dah pindah dulu, rumah dah kosong. Then after that I hold the keys lah to open, but hardly I go up alone. I usually bring somebody. So we will go up together. You have to open up the door earlier because you need to air the house, on all the lights, make sure the aircon is cold. At least when they come in, the feeling is good.
Yeah.
I ever tried going up together with the co-broker and the buyer or the tenant, but it's like a waste of time lah. They wait for me to open the door, turn on the lights. Habis kadang-kadang the house smell. Sometimes you need to spray a bit the house, you know. Like the Malay say called the cupboard smell bau almari like that.
First time I heard cupboard smell.
You memang smell lainnya selalu. Bau kentut je.
Why suddenly this kentung topic coming?
So usually I will not go out alone pasal takut lah kan.
Okay lah, talk about this. Usually, you know how we arrange for viewing, Sitimas. Sometimes we agent have no choice. We have to wait downstairs at the void deck, right? While waiting for the other co-broke agent to come. What I experienced this is maybe for a start lah. Then you all can continue after this. This is very close to what I saw on my own eyes. Okay, what happens that we were waiting at the void deck. That was about after Maghrib, maybe about 8+, you know. So we were waiting for the co-broke agent to come together with their buyer, together with buyer. So I'm the seller's agent lah. So I wait for him downstairs, you know. Then after that, when the client came in, so this client brought two kids. One is still baby, and then one still I think about 3 years old like that. Okay, so the moment they came, okay, the first thing, the one that 3 years old kid suddenly show something. Wait, the sound effect advanced already. The baby haven't cried.
Terkejut jap.
This one, okay, baby, you stay put lah. You don't cry first, Okay, so the 3 years old kid, you know, suddenly start to show something from the tree nearby the flat lah. Okay, so when he pointed out something, but he didn't seem so scared. He just pointed and then he looked down. You know, the way he looked down, I can see that he is afraid of something, but he didn't show so much like he's crying or what. No, so he just say that wait, distracted suddenly. How come at night got
scared of something?
No, how come got Lala move here? No lah. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so when these kids show something, okay, towards the tree, and then the father said, what are you pointing at? And then he just show, and then he didn't say anything. And then the father began to feel something is not right. And I myself personally feel is not right because the kids can't tell lies. You know, they won't tell lies. Yeah. So kids won't tell lies because he's so natural. The way he pointed, I believe he saw something, and the parents started to feel uncomfortable, and then just ignore whatever the kids tried to say. And then while we walking up to the lift together, and then suddenly this 3 years old boy still say that he still said, you know what he mentioned? Daddy, she's still there.
Alamak.
She's still there. So who is still there in first place? So and good things that again this little boy don't show any fear lah, but I can see he just stood down and dare not to look at the tree also you know. And you know what after that happened? So in my heart I don't feel good also anyway because this unit is marketed by me. So we together went to the lift, and the moment we entered the lift, you know what happened? The baby start to cry. Okay, so now yeah. So we assume that what Sitimas say, the baby want to drink milk lah, maybe. Then from just now never drink milk. From just now never drink. Betul lah. From just now never drink milk. So now want to drink milk. After enter the lift, the baby start to cry, you know. Then along the way, as we walk along the corridor, until reach to the unit, until we left the unit, the baby still not stop crying. Okay. Okay. So this is something we call paranormal because the belief is that from the moment we step into the house, the baby start to cry, and then from the lift also ever, and the 3 years old boy start to show something on the tree. So like I said, kids will not tell lies. So these are the things that we cannot explain what happened. And for your information, this unit also we have so difficult to sell for many months. Yeah. So I think that's the experience that we encountered lah. Yeah.
So what's wrong with the house?
We can't say what's wrong with the house. Okay, but some people, I think most of the buyers out there, I believe that they used to bring baby as a engagement to know whether the house got anything, or got what they call ada gangguan or not, disturbance, something like that. So some people do that to gauge, but then some people don't believe that. So it's very subjective, right?
Yep.
So yeah. So for that reason, I understand that Sitimas going to open up a rental shop for all who want to borrow babies to view house.
Hey, Syakir ada baby, you suruh I buka shop. You dah kenapa?
No, we need a lot of babies. We need a lot of babies to engage every houses. When once the baby cry, and then don't buy. Something like that lah.
But who knows, the baby actually just poop or something.
Yeah,
then cry.
Just want to drink milk, now poop. Yeah, okay lah. Fair enough lah. That's why I said.
But when you say, but imagine yourself in that situation, when the boy pointed at the tree.
Oh yes.
One,
I saw his expression. Something like he pointed, but he just stood down like that. Oh my God, really? About 3 years? 3 years?
If I'm in your position, I straight away run away.
Yeah, actually I wanted to run away, but I've forgotten that the house is vacant, so I'm holding the key. If let's say the house really got someone there, that would tell the buyer, okay, Assalamualaikum, I'm leaving.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting story that you shared with us. But yeah,
what I noticed, people make use of babies to determine whether the house really berantu or not. I believe that because it's a Chinese belief, which orang Melayu pun buat. Kadang-kadang dia orang bawa baby kan, anak dia nangis tak berhenti non-stop, so they believe rumah ni tak okay. There goes your sale, habis.
But understand Syahid, I think you're the one who told us that time about but in another country, whereby if the house is like haunted or this, they really sell high price. Are you the one who told us?
No, not me.
I heard somewhere because
if
because of the
sell high price.
Yeah, because of the popular, the house is so popular, and then they tend to bid the price higher because of the.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's opposite way.
In the States, yes.
Yeah, where is it? Yeah. Is someone back me? But nobody here. I'm talking to someone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. In Singapore, I'm not sure. I think the opposite. If in Singapore.
Serious, yeah, because they're bidding for a high price because they say once you have this so-called haunted house to buy, they become popular already.
I think why it's popular, maybe after that they want to convert into a haunted house.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
A theme park.
Then
maybe
attraction.
That's why people like kat Sitimas background Imagine this house.
Alamak.
Alamak.
Wait. Do you saw something? Oh, alamak. Oh my God. Do you saw something flying? You see? I saw white figure flying in front of me. You see, I tried to clear my eyes. Don't know want to laugh or to cry.
That one give away. Can see the jari ni.
Don't know want to laugh or to cry. Suddenly, the white figure become someone sneeze.
Yeah. Let's continue. I share my story that I heard from one of our colleagues. Right, she's not here today, but again, I'm just sharing. Okay, the experience that she had. She mentioned to me that she just got a listing at another vacant unit.
Yeah,
it's quite
we don't need to mention the place.
Yeah, correct. We don't want to mention because if you mention the estate, our worry is people don't want to buy there.
Yeah.
So we keep it open. Okay, it's on the high floor, quite a high floor. Not that highest, but quite on a high floor. The unit has been vacant. So basically, the story goes that when she enters the unit, straight away, people say the bulu roma ternaik. Goosebumps. Straight away,
bukan bulu hidung
bukan bulu roma. So basically, she said that when she entered the unit, straight away, it's like automatic. The feeling that she felt, and then all the goosebumps are coming in. Then when she enters in on her own, then she saw this one room at the end, right? So somehow she saw this one room at the end. It's like a utility room. It's not the bedrooms. You have some units that you have utility room, right? So when she is walking towards the utility room, the goosebumps getting stronger and stronger. Then straight away she said, I cannot enter. So she didn't enter that room. Then she asked the basically the son,
the history of the house.
the history, correct? The history of the house lah. Then she asked this the son of the unit, right? The one who asked to mark it. So she asked, is this the room that your mom passed away? Then he said yes. Wow, that one, yeah, you imagine if let's say you are in that situation when you enter the house.
But some people say that if let's say a person pass away, if let's say they pass away natural death, then it's okay lah. But if unnatural death, that's the worst, right? Yeah, if unnatural death can be caused by unnatural death can be caused by murder, can be caused by commit suicide, something like that, so that will be worse than natural death lah. Yeah, but also
talking about that, I know you have a story about it, right?
Yeah. After this, I want the audience to stay tuned with us. If not, they will quickly sleep. So I bet it's better for them to wait for me. Yeah, it's a real murder case. Yeah, something high profile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seramnya.
Okay, back to your story just now, Shahid. What is it?
So basically that feeling like the room that she is going to that particular area to take a look at the wall. Imagine that sound creeping in when you are doing the.
Look at my eyes. See, look at my eyes. My eyes roll up really.
Yeah. So you have to imagine that situation whereby suddenly your bulu roma ternaik. Your goosebumps come in, and then as you go in further and further until that particular room, you sense something very strong. Something very strong.
Smell anything? Smell cupboard?
Smell no. So far that is cupboard smell. Didn't hear she mentioned that. She mentioned that strong feeling. And then when she asked the history of the house, that's where the son really see. That is where my mom passed away in. Wow. So the way after that, not sure what's the situation now. So I told her, in future, if you want to go for viewings, you better bring someone. Imagine if let's say you already have that feeling, then you need to open on your own. Wow.
That means the unit is vacant unit. That means she's holding the key.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, only the feeling was the first time she viewed lah. The first time that she viewed, she entered, then she already got that feeling. So imagine the next few rounds when she needs to conduct viewings. Not sure whether.
Maybe after this you can let me know who's the agent so that when she asks, I don't want to go.
Yeah, because she say she wants me to accompany, and I say, it's okay, thank you.
I hope she's watching. Never. You can ask her to call Sitimas because Sitimas is very good in halau the hantu,
Wow. That's good. I can call you.
Macam nak exit in life
Ghostbuster. Alright. Okay. Ika, you want to share anything?
So in the end, the house sold or not?
How come
Not yet. The house is not sold yet.
Is it? Okay, never mind. Can hear her voice. Okay. Can.
Can.
Then in the end, the house sold or not?
From what I know now, not yet. So if let's say anyone of you wants to have a feel of it, can come. Later I ask her to.
Cari bomo Syahid.
Bomo tak lah.
Pak Syahid jangan jadi kronik ya.
Okay, anyway, after this we're going to open up a company called Ghostbuster.
But again, this feeling, right, it's really subjective. Because I have bias. I mean, some of them, they know that so-called I'm from a religious background, right? But sometimes this kind of thing, it's feelings.
Yeah, the feelings.
Sometimes they ask me, like, after they have viewed the house, then after we went down, they will ask me, Yeah, some of them call me Ustaz. Ustaz, tadi ada rasa apa-apa tak? Then for me personally, I say I don't. Tapi dia cakap, but kita orang rasa lah. But again, like I said, it's subjective.
Subjective, correct.
Subjective on whether a person can see or a person can feel. Yeah. So that's where, honestly, if you ask me, I hope I wouldn't have that feeling.
Yeah, because
I don't want to have that feeling also.
Yeah, because talk about goosebump, yeah. Talk about goosebump. Sometimes you want to go toilet also got goosebump also what. When you want to
That one want to go cannot tahan already. That's why the goosebump come out.
So when you want to go shishi, when you want to go what Buang air besar cakap apa also got goosebump what.
Pangsai.
Pangsai ya. You want to go pangsai also got goosebump right.
But what sometimes these buyers, right, when they have that kind of feeling, then their vision or their eyes, they will look into details.
Correct.
Once they had that feeling, because sometimes we don't have, right? Sometimes the buyers have. And I remember I think a few weeks ago, one of my buyers said that, like you said they asked me whether I have any feeling of goosebumps. I didn't. Then they start to question like, do you see that every room, the window, there's some, if let's say Chinese, they got this talisman, tangkal lah. So then they will see like all the details. Correct, the charm.
So they call it talisman,
then,
talisman. Yeah.
Talisman, correct. Yeah, that is for Chinese beliefs. Then if like for Muslim or Malay, I think one of the houses that we went, then they asked me, once they have that feeling, they say, but do you notice not? Every single room they have the small Yasin. The book of Yasin. So again, it's subjective. You wouldn't know whether, because it depends lah. If let's say if every room got Yasin, sometimes it means that the owners want to read. But because they have that feeling already, so they will see lah all these details.
But the Yasin usually they place it on the windows.
Maybe can help to convert the Yasin in English, or how can we convert that for our non prayer?
Prayer for Cik Syahid.
Prayer for no lah. I mean, let's say when we enter a house or when we just bought a house, sometimes people encourage Muslims to read this particular verse or particular chapter in the Quran. And if let's say they have some uneasy feeling, that is one of the chapters that is recommended for Muslims to read. Yeah, so that is where they see it in every room. So their feeling plus with their visuals, then it sums up to something like uneasy lah for them. So they decided not to buy.
Yes, because once you start to feel this goosebump appeared, then we start to visualize a lot of things, especially when you start to smell something. Like just now when I reached my office, I think I'm the only one here alone. Suddenly walking towards the toilet, I smell, minyak kapak smell. Yeah. So I don't know who else applying that minyak kapak. Minyak kapak in English what? X oil.
X oil. X brand.
Because we start to visualize tonight, this is our topic. That's why maybe I get carried away of that lah. But actually nothing. Okay. So so what happened to the house until now? Never sell, yeah?
Not sold yet. So
Not
any
sold
one
yet.
of you who wants to venture, you can just call us. Can venture in and take a look and whether you have that feeling or not. But again, I wouldn't accompany lah. So you all you all go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So talk about that. Have you heard? I think Sitimas, you also encountered this. Sometimes we do heard about people playing marble at middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, this one quite popular.
Marble, right? Very popular, right? Last time I used to believe, really kids are playing marble. But just immediately, if in middle of the night, 12, 1, 2 a.m., you heard this sound, marble sound. What happened? It's a question, right?
Okay, that one you're talking about marble, right? I think I heard one story from another agent also. That one is already, scary enough lah. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you hear people playing marble on the top, right?
Yes.
But what if this story that I heard, they are staying at the highest floor?
This is the one I want to share. Okay, you are saying the right thing. Okay, you know what happens that this is why I'm going to share this. What happens that when I did this presentation, and then this owner, they said that he want to sell this house, and then he said that I really want to get rid of this unit. I said, why? Oh, he said that he encountered this noise at night, every night. Then I said, from which angle? Is it from your neighbor or downstairs neighbor? Then he told me it's upstairs. So I said, okay,
Upstairs.
upstairs,
Bukan upstairs.
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 Tonight when we talk about this paranormal thing, all the words, the tongue all get twisted, you know not? Because sometimes behind me also got something disturbing also. I also don't know. Okay, he said that, no, I asked him, is it from your neighbors downstairs or upstairs? So he said that it's not it's from the upstairs, yeah. So then I said, okay, never mind. We can at any point of time approach your neighbor so that asking how come your kids are playing marble in the middle of the night. You know what happened? This guy said, Shafiq, I'm the highest story. I'm staying in the highest floor now. So there's nobody upstairs. So see, I want this sound. I want this sound effect. Yeah. So when he said that he's the only one, then I cannot say anything. Upstairs no more, nobody else, right? So the question is that who is playing the marble?
Yeah, if you are the highest floor, yeah, because if let's say you are not the highest floor, right, you can still what they call it, sedapkan hati, you can still like console yourself. Yeah lah, maybe the kids upstairs play marble lah. But this one, if let's say you at the highest floor, who whose kids are upstairs?
Yeah, so that's the question. So this is never
Yeah.
to resolve, but then I make sure that whenever I want to bring buyer, I will just bring the buyer during daytime, not the night time.
But I have heard stories whereby marble sounds.
Sorry, you all got echo a bit.
Apa? I have heard stories that when you hear marble sounds, they say it's actually inside the house. Ada jin.
Jin in English what?
Jin and Torik. Jin apa saya? Genie.
You off the no.
Oh, inside lah. They say inside lah.
Kalau orang Islam kita baca surah apa ayat kursi, InsyaAllah gone lah. But for non-Muslim, I tak tahu how lah.
Yeah, they have their own beliefs.
The marble is actually they are inside the house, not above you.
If let's say inside the house, more scary lah.
Yeah.
Katanya dia dalam rumah, bukan di atas. That's why the marble sound is there.
And if you talk about the new trending now, I think kids don't play marble anymore, right?
PS5.
Yeah.
They play PS5, PS6, PS7, but this marble, I don't know what to say lah. Is clueless.
Talking about the high floor kind of thing, we heard another story also by another agent of us, like telling a story about mansionette houses. You know mansionette, you have two story, right?
Two level.
Yeah. So what I heard is basically they are conducting viewings. Again, it's a vacant house.
On the
Conducting
top
a
floor.
viewing. Top floor mansionette.
Okay.
So when they are conducting the viewing at the lower floor, of course, I mean this agent also has some eerie feeling. But the thing is, suddenly he had on top, there's bed. There's a bed screeching. The screeching sound of a bed on the upper floor.
Upper floor.
Yes.
Whereby the second floor
There's
nobody.
There's no one.
Yeah, I've heard all this. Not bed, marbles, but when they try to visit the neighbor upstairs, the house is vacant.
Yeah, my story is the mansionette is they are the highest mansionette already, meaning after the higher floor, there's no one already because they are the highest.
The top floor lah, yeah. Okay.
The top floor lah.
Okay.
The top
Just
floor.
now you mentioned the second floor, the house, nobody. But the owner still stay there or is it vacant?
No, the owner is vacant already.
Okay. So as an agent, when you encounter this, second floor nobody, you heard a screeching sound from the bed. So what do you do?
Run lah. Itulah.
You want to run also, you still must lock the door.
Yeah,
How
that's
to
the thing.
run?
That's the thing
Off
lah.
all the lights.
Yeah, so from the agent is basically he just conducted the viewing, just go ahead with it, and then after that, yeah, unfortunately he still need to go out because you need to close the windows, everything. Wow, then you close, then but very fast lah, run, close the door, close window, then straight away run out lah. Then after that, the next viewings bring person lah, bring another partner lah.
Yeah, poor thing that we agent, not just we sell and buy flat, we also have to ensure safetyness of our client before us. Yeah. So because usually we after they left the place, we need to switch off everything, close the window, okay, then close the door, lock the door. So we will be the last person who left the place. Okay, sometimes this sort of eerie feeling also, while we close the door and windows, we feel that somebody following us. Yeah. So it can be something that really happened, or it can be something that it's just our imagination.
Yep. Yeah, I think coming back to the story, the first story I mentioned about the room that is eerie, and then the mom was passed away in that room. I remember that she said at the door, the front. I haven't finished. I give one more one more thing. She mentioned that at the door there's a mirror. Mirror. Some believes that if you put a mirror at your door, then it is supposed to ward off the spirits.
Evil.
Really?
Spirits.
First time I heard about that.
Yeah, so I also first time heard. They say when she went out from the unit, then she asked her, why main door, but the main door got mirror.
The main door mirror, that means from inside lah.
Meaning outside lah, from outside.
From outside?
Yeah, outside. Meaning they put the mirror at the door outside.
Oh, that means those passersby can see the mirror.
Yes, can see the mirror.
First time I encountered this.
Yeah, correct. So that's why when she sees something, it's a bit it's a bit weird, or it's a bit unusual to have that. Yeah, so these are all maybe signs, but again, it's very subjective because once you have that feeling, you will find things. You will find what are the signs that is not natural lah.
Yeah.
Tapi kan, kadang-kadang kan ada juga signs of tapak kuda. Not that kuih. Horseshoe.
Oh, the horseshoe.
The real horseshoe inside a Muslim house. So I don't know whether it's actually to ward off evil or not. Not very sure.
This one later in future we have to call an ustad to talk about this.
But just like I mentioned the horseshoe, also first time I heard about it. What is that horseshoe meant for?
I've heard, yeah, I have heard before also.
I don't know what's the symbolic meaning of it, but I have seen that tapak kuda on the walls, on the ceiling,
is it
above a door,
or is it
behind a door,
or is it the owner working at the horse race?
Not working there also, I still saw. But I don't know what is actually the meaning of. Maybe the audience can share with us. Apakah simbol apa?
Yeah. Okay, symbol right now for you guys audience, if let's say you feel that you want to share anything that what are all these symbolic for, you can just PM any one of us. You can just PM Sitimas at your number, Sitimas
90237172
or Agent Shahid.
Ghost story no need to call me. I don't want.
No.
Pak Shahid.
When PM and one of us, maybe we can know you better. Okay, maybe you want to sell house, you want to buy house, or you want to be a real estate agent. Yeah, that is where we are coming from.
You contact me at 97526549. Or if you have any haunted house you want to sell, you can call Agent Shafiq Walkers.
I'm not going to say that. Okay, call me at 96656621. Okay, let's talk about properties. Okay, nothing about haunted house.
You haven't finished. You haven't tell the story about the case.
Yeah, the tapak kuda first.
Who?
Oh, tapak kuda finish already.
Finish already? That's all.
Then whose case?
That just now you say about the tapak kuda, the horseshoe.
Yeah lah, I say I have seen, but I don't know what is actually the real meaning.
Okay lah.
So maybe any of the audience can share here, share comments. Actually dia untuk apa? Adakah untuk halau syaitan?
Atau nak halau kuda?
Tak tahulah, wallahualam. I have seen. So saya tak tahu sampai hari ni apakah simbol tapak
simbolik
pintu
So
belakang
for
pintu, di atas pintu.
So for the audience out there, kalau siapa-siapa yang tahu, who knows, then you can share with us lah.
Yeah,
At least we can understand.
Okay. Right now, we have to make things clear to every one of you, the audience out there. Okay, the purpose of what we share tonight is all related to what we experience, and all this pertain to property matters also. Otherwise, we will not experience all this. Okay, that's why we really appreciate that if you have anything to share, do PM either one of us. And of course, we get to know you better. If let's say you want to sell or buy house, want to become agent, can call any one of us too. Okay? Yeah.
Kita cari Bomo Syafiq.
No, mine's not mine is a Professor Syafiq. Focus.
And then
Okay, before we go on to our finale story from Boss Syafiq.
Yeah.
Got more stories Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah. I told you until 1 a.m. what? Yeah. Just now, what you want to say just now, Syahid?
Syahid ke Siti?
You have story kan? Go ahead kak. Yeah, you share your story first. My one dah tak seram sangat.
Do you believe in third eye? Third eye here.
I heard about it. Yes.
What is it?
Third eye.
What is it about?
Apa
Mata nombor 3.
Memanglah mata nombor 3. Tapi this mata can actually see
True.
what we cannot see. Syahid ada kan?
They call it the nine sense Is it the 9 sense kind of thing?
Tak tahu.
6 sense 9 pula 6
How come you got extra digit
Tak apa.
How come you got extra digit 9 cents
6 That one 9 life sorry. Yes 6 sense. Yeah, okay lah the 6 sense.
Last time I pun tak tahu pasal cerita-cerita tu. Pasal actually personally tak pernah experience. Never experience. So there was once this girl, actually dia ada third eye lah. But when we go viewing the house that she bought, we came one time for viewing. Then another time we came down to sign lah. I mean she liked the house. When she say she liked the house, she see the second time, that means tak nampak hantu kan. Tak nampak She happily signed. Then inspection day before completion pun tak nampak until she move in. Sound effect lah. Tak nak keluar ke? So when she move in, dia betul-betul kena gangguan. So there is something in the children's room. So that room is a kids' room. Even the kids also can see. Or at one corner, wake up in the middle of the night, Mommy scared. Mommy scared. And that time, initially when they moved in, they were really disturbed. Really disturbed. Then she tell me lah. Then I say, but I thought you have seen the house 3 times before the actual completion. You don't see anything? No. Maybe it was hiding. But it appeared.
So what happened? Do they continue?
Yes, they're still living there. She still get disturbances at night. Sometimes she say the door open by itself.
Alamak.
Imagine tengah tidur, pintu terbuka sendiri.
Maybe the wind blow?
Tak ada. Off. Close window, close door with aircon. Mana ada wind? Seram kan? Tapi because she's born with third eye, she can see it from small.
Then what did she see?
Something which I tak tahulah apa. Tak tahulah apa.
I see.
So until today lah, it's still there. Tapi dia macam used to it, don't care.
Yeah, okay.
And she also say she spoke to the thing, like telling it off. Hey, this is my house now. Get out. Dia masih ada. Once in a while dia ada.
Can I know what language they speak?
Oh, alam bisawab lah. Mana I tahu. Tak tahulah. But she spoke to them. Spoke to them. It seems like they want friend. They want owners, I think.
Yeah.
So don't know what's the history of the house. Sometimes we do resale, selling or buy. We don't know what actually happened before.
Yeah, the history of the
our
house.
job is to sell and buy. Of
Correct.
course, we also don't want to scare the buyer.
Of course.
If there's really a ghost inside the house.
Yes, correct.
But I mean, if we know, we got to be honest. But kita tak tahu because we are the buyer. We go to the house, kita tak tahu rumah tu ada ke tak ada. So until today, she's still there lah. She's still staying there. And I ever encounter another house. So far, I never sell ghost house. Never. But there was once, last time, I bought for a friend who's getting married. So fiancé scheme, trying to buy near his parents' house. So that time I tak kenal the girl yet lah. The guy is my friend. So they bought and shifted in, and then over the years, like kita tak really contact until we had our first child. I had my first child. She also had her first child. It's like 2 months apart. So since then we become, like mommyhood lah. We start talking about babies, this and that, our difficulties being a mommy, have to wake up at night, blah blah blah. So since then kita jadi rapat lah. So she tell me lah, one day she pour out, she say, Siti, actually rumah ni kita beli tak bagus. Kenapa? Dia ni pun rupanya ada third eye. This happens like more than 10 years ago. She also actually has a third eye. She was the first client I know what is third eye. So she tell me from small she can see things at the tree. And she has been staying second floor.
Wait. You saw my plant? Can see any third eye there?
That one plant macam tak hidup. Turn the kiong. So she tell me honestly, Siti, I'm born with a third eye.
I sayang
I
this
can
plant,
speak to that thing.
I sayang this plant, you see. I take care of 5 years already.
And you see, next 5 years grow up taller or not? So this client say, she say, Siti, I can speak to them, I can see them. Oh, seram lah say. So dia cakap, Siti, memang dari kecil I always stay tingkat 2.
Why?
Memang rumah mak dia, rumah yang dia beli pun tingkat 2.
So do you have difficulties when you serve this type of buyer because she got third eyes and she can see things that we never see? Do you have difficulties to serve this type of buyer because we said she got third eyes? Because when she got third eyes, when you serve her to buy unit any house, she can see things that we never see.
Okay, that case was the first round of viewing. I think only the guy came. Signing, she came. After that, never go there anymore until handover key lah. But we talk about this matter like a few years after she bought that house. After she lived in.
I see.
And when we became mummies. That was in 2003, 2004. More than 10 years lah. Lama lah say. Ish.
But still surviving lah.
I lost contact with her actually. So she said she has so many bad encounters in the house. But really there was one time. Last time handphone was not so sibuk. Kita pakai home phone kan. So there was one time I called the home. Tak ada orang angkat. Lama nak angkat tau. Suddenly somebody pick up the phone tapi tak ada bunyi. Then I cakap, let's say nama dia Ani lah. Ani! Hello? Ani? Hello? But there was no word. Then okay lah, I put down the phone lah. Then another day, I spoke to her. Kenapa hari tu aku telefon kau tak jawab? Kau angkat tapi kau tak cakap apa-apa.
Never answer.
Bila? So we talk about the date and the time. She said, no, I was out.
Oh.
Siapa lah angkat telefon masa tu? Seram. So she got tell me lah, so many unpleasantness in the house. Dia ngandung 3 times, this thing appear in her dream. Dia nak tuan, katanya lah.
Tuan Syahid.
Bukan tuan Syafiq.
Syahid scratch his head.
So dia kata benda ni nak tuan lah. Dia nak this lady piara dia. So actually tempat dia di pokok di luar-luar tingkap. So there was, bila dia cerita dengan I, rumah ni ada tu ada ni kan, this and that, I pun tak fikir apa-apa. There was one day I visited her. That was petang-petang. Then I was waiting for my husband lepas maghrib. Then she got tell me, every maghrib onwards, we will close all window the whole night. We were not open at all. So I cakap kenapa? Dia kata kalau you buka, dia masuk. Okay, never mind. Then after that that time maghrib, I tunggu my husband to fetch us after work. Then that time our kids dah jadi toddler lah, maybe about 1 year old, 1 year plus. Only 2 months apart what. Baby dia, baby I. So I notice 6 lebih tu, my kid was crying non-stop.
Again talk about kids, yeah?
I wasn't thinking of anything because maklum lah, happily chatting with the mother. So anak I asyik nangis-nangis, come to me. Then I say, play lah with the boy lah, anak owner tu. Then later on my husband ambil I after maghrib. Then masuk kereta, then I struck my mom. Lah, maybe this kid saw something. So another day we talk about it. I call her, we talk about it. Then she say, yalah, like that lah. My kid saw something at the wall, pointed at it. Mami takut. The kid also can see.
Yeah, the way you tell now, I start to feel not right, suddenly now.
Better be careful.
Manusia.
Access denied.
So over the years, we became friends.
Yeah, suddenly how come got more boys?
We became friends until we had she had 2 more child after that. Again, during pregnancy, the thing came inside her dreams. Then I said, how you overcome? I will bravely say, no, I don't want you. Please get out.
Kena shot lah already.
Kena tembak sih. Aku nak tembak tepus lah sih.
This is modern ghost. Yeah.
Jadi dah macam tu kan. Over the years, I think the marriage turned sour. Turned sour. Lepas tu and they got divorced. But they didn't sell through me lah. Sampai hari ni, I lost contact with her. So I tak tahu mana dia tinggal. But the house was sold. Was sold. So I tahu rumah tu ada hantu. Jangan tanya I kat mana I won't tell any one of you here.
Yeah, we also don't want to ask.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Hey, who knows one day you get that house for sale? Habis
Oh yeah, you don't worry because out of all. Wait how come enak?
Siapa ketuk pintu pula malam-malam ni?
Syahid, how come got somebody knock my door?
Itulah, you pelari pokok belakang tu?
Really no. Nobody outside my door. I'm in the office alone, someone
Kentut
someone pampui
Dia
ni.
sempat kentut kat luar pintu.
Yeah, talk about this. Syahid, this is something different from all those that we were talking just now about supernatural, paranormal, or this. Yeah. So what I encountered, this is very real story. I experienced it myself. This is something to do with a murder case. Okay, it's very rare for us housing agent, to sell a unit with murder case history. Okay, but I'm one of those lucky agent. I should call it as lucky agent because it happened that I in charge of this particular unit, and it was a murder case unit. Okay, I think this is happened more than 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. Yeah, so then I think it still show in the website also lah, if they can find out this story. But then I will not mention the names, everything, or location whatsoever to of course prevent anything that come back, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, so this happened. A friend of mine recommended me to this unit. So at first he did not tell me the history of the unit. Okay, he did not tell me the history of the unit. He said, "Hey, Shafiq, I would like to sell this unit to you." Okay, my mum place. Okay, my mum place. And then after that, I realized that he hid something from me. He said that, but before that, I need to ask you if let's say we can use any administrator to help to sell this unit. Administrator, that means, uh, you hold on, How come there's no sound effect when I want to tell this story? Yeah. Okay. So, how? Yeah, no, I'm not scared, but I don't know which to press or whatever. Okay. It's not what.
Wrong button.
Okay, never mind. Okay, let me continue with this. Yeah. So it happened that I have to market this unit. Okay, so he said that this house there's no owner. Okay, that means we need to use administrator. Administrator means it's a temporary owner. Okay, temporary owner whereby to represent the owner who already passed away. So okay, so again I still don't know yet the history of the unit. So until when finally he asked me that Shafiq, you need to meet me at the McDonald instead of the unit itself. Why? Oh, we can't show you the unit at the moment. So after hearing from him, I'm quite like, you know,
Curious,
the first thought that when I heard this case, I feel like to give up. You know, the reason why I want to give up because this will be my first experience marketing unit with a murder case history. Yeah, and of course this will be the first experience that as an agent, okay, I did market a murder case unit,
Unit.
and after that I become so popular. Anything pertain murder, they call me. Okay, I don't know where is the sound effect. Okay. Okay. I have to press because my PA went to the toilet. I think he's scared, that's why he go to the toilet. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens that you know what something? Okay, this murder case is unnatural death. Okay. So murder case is unnatural death. So after hearing from him, he said that uh the reason behind this murder, okay, it was because of this auntie, okay, so called the one that already passed away, only got one daughter, and it
Okay.
happened that when this daughter went for work, okay, so this auntie left alone at home, and suddenly her nephew, so her nephew lah, I just said her nephew lah, or maybe anak saudara, something like that, you know,
Okay.
came to the unit, and then of course as a family members, there's nothing for the auntie to feel awkward. Of course she welcomed him to come in to the house, you know. So after he came, and then suddenly there's something happened that when this boy, okay, this young age boy, I think he's at age of 20 plus, something like that, he said that okay, he want that gold pendant that the auntie is wearing. Okay, can you give me that gold pendant? I need to encash money because I need to pay for some debt. Okay, so what happens is that this auntie don't allow, definitely, because that one is not her son, and he just a nephew, you know, and of course why must I give you? Okay, and I only have this one piece left of this gold pendant, and it's a sentiment value from my ex-husband. That's what the auntie say, you know, poor thing, yeah. So this is the story that I heard, and after that, because of out of anger and out of desperate, okay. So this boy, what he did is that this is something that we unexpected lah. Yeah, so he just take the pillow,
Mm-hmm.
and just put on top of the lady's face until
Ah.
he gets suffocated and strangle her to death.
Ah.
Okay, I think that moment he like out of control, maybe due to drug, I'm not sure. But then
Mm-hmm.
his mind is like out of control, and then somehow the lady starts screaming. So when the lady starts screaming, then he start to panic. You know, when he start to panic, so he suddenly okay,
That panic.
when he start, yeah, this is real sound effect. I don't know came from where. Okay,
Kucing lah pula.
how come got cat ah? Okay, okay. So then after that, when where am I just now, Syahid? You see, got
After
distracted.
the lady shouted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he tried to prevent that from the lady shouted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he quickly put the pillow and then just put on top of her face.
Mm-hmm.
She breathless,
Mm-hmm.
and also he also want to take away the chain
Mm-hmm.
and strangle her to death.
Mm.
Okay, they say that he did that unexpectedly lah, because he out of desperate, he want to take away the gold chain.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, but at the end of the day, she died. Okay, she
Mm.
died on the same place,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just ran away. So he ran away and left that lady die alone. Okay,
Mm.
until the daughter came back from work and she realized that the mother passed away.
Mm.
Okay, under administrative case, for all cases, maybe we like to share with the audience. Okay, we need to engage a lawyer to make sure that they have this appointed administrator to take over the house as a temporary owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so this thing need to be done at least 3 to 6 months. That point of time takes about 6 months. The reason why, because it's a police case. Okay,
Mm.
it's a police case. That means the police will put the, you know what they call the tali, the ribbon outside the
Mm.
house to
Mm.
prevent any
to cordon off the area lah, the crime
yeah,
scene.
they call what you know, the tali, that one
The
called
tape
what?
tape.
The tape okay, the
Uh.
tape outside the house to prevent anyone to come in, to prevent anyone to come in. And then after that, until the police investigation is over, and then we can sell the house.
Mm.
You know what happened, Syahid? Okay, the first thing that I feel relief, luckily, I don't need to sell on the spot, because of course when this thing just happened,
Still fresh
either you or me, we dare not to go inside the house, right? Agree or not? Right.
Yeah.
So it takes time for the house to be, relaxed lah. Let the police investigate, and then at the same time the lawyer want to do the administrator. So it takes some time, right? So all in all, takes about maybe more than 6 months or nearly 1 year. Then I start to market. By then, I think the matter already rests, and the soul also maybe rest in peace also. So that is
Uh-huh.
where, as an agent, I have to take over and collect the key from my friend so that I can market the unit and bring buyer. And
Uh-huh.
Pintu.
yeah,
Kau main pintu, Mama.
yeah, you see, Sitimas say comment pintu mama. So imagine, Syahid, even though it's already at least more than 8 months, so I start to market. Do you know that I have to hold the key, open the door on my own with that kind of
Feeling,
history? Yeah, that history is something unnatural death is quite more worried than normal death lah.
Yeah.
Natural death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, this is real fear that when the first time I enter, after many months the house is remain vacant.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I can see where is exact location of the
The murder,
the murder, because one of the room I can still see the blood stain
Wow.
on the floor. Yeah, which is, I think it's already melekat to the
Ooh.
ceramic flooring. Yeah, so I can still see that. So imagine I'm alone, no Shahid. I have to open the door, and then I have to switch on the fan. Sometimes I feel that someone also helping me to switch on the light. So if
but considered,
yeah.
you're brave, considered. If you ask me, I will ask someone to come with me.
If you say I brave, Okay, let me tell you the secret. Okay, at that moment, okay, I'm recruiting my new agents, a few agents. Okay, so new agents, you know, right? They always must be trained. They always must learn something new. So as a leader, that time, I said, okay, I have 3 of them. Guys, today we are marketing that unit. Okay, you go
Follow.
upstairs. Okay, A, B, and C. You go upstairs, stand by. I will stay down here to welcome the buyers.
Jadi guinea pig Sampai hati.
So, listen first. So, you want to learn fast? Okay, you open the door. You make sure you on the fan and you open each room door.
Main lah 3 orang.
3 of them. Because it happened that the 3 of them still new. They want to learn. Okay, so for me, I will stay downstairs. Waiting for the buyer.
Then I tarik balik lah. Ini bukan brave, ni pengecut.
So that's why just now you say I brave, right? So this is the secret I reveal to all of you. Okay? Yeah. So after that, the 3 of them don't know. The 3 of them don't know that there is that there was a murder case. You know, they still don't know until finish. They show everything. Okay, after that we went to McDonald's. We sit down. Okay, how is it? How was your experience just now? You on the house? You felt anything? No, nothing. Nothing happened. So how about you yourself? Hey, how come I open the door? I feel like something. No, nothing lah. It's your feeling only lah. Then after that, I start to unveil the story. You know, I say that actually this house was, you know, was a murder case before. You know, you know what they started to tell me? Okay lah, I quit. Yeah. Some people say I bully lah, but it's part of the
Training,
learning process It's part of the learning process. And then one thing good is that when they off everything, close the door, I also not there. I follow the buyer downstairs. Okay, so I feel safe.
But when people, that's the thing lah. Sometimes when people don't know, right, maybe they don't have that too much of that feeling. When you know already, right, then the feeling will play lah.
Yes. So it's all in your mindset actually. You see, before I told them, they don't feel anything. But they told me, that said, hey, how come that room got like red stain? They don't see that. So I didn't tell them until we went to McDonald's. After that, I revealed everything. Yeah.
But then after that, I managed to sell off the house also lah.
Managed to sell, okay, but the buyer also don't know about the history. But anyway, it's already more than almost 1 year, so nothing to reveal that lah, you know. Yeah, and I heard that until now the buyer is still there. I think he's very happy.
Sometimes when this happens, you don't reveal. They shifted in. Kepo neighbors will tell.
Yes.
Hey, your house last time got somebody commit suicide. Somebody die.
But this type of story, the neighbor will not tell. Reason why? The neighbor hoping there's a new replacement, so that the house will not remain empty.
No.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is it happens after the shift in. Kepo neighbors will start to share the story to them. So then maybe if they have nothing in the house, they don't have that no good feeling, okay lah.
Yeah.
Selalu orang kita tak ada superstitious sangat lah.
Yeah. So that's the first experience in my life, okay, marketing a unit from a murder case history. Like I said, really, after that, there are incident. How come the door open itself? Yeah.
Hey, so many things at your office
Alamak. Okay.
Like that, I so scared to come
Yeah, I pray first. Alhamdulillah, James. Okay. After that incident, like I said, really after a few months, that there are same thing happened. Murder case in somewhere in the east. Okay, just now somewhere in the north lah. So not in the east. So and surprisingly, that someone called me to ask market. Yeah. So I become Ghostbuster, is it?
That someone call you for
to ask me to market the unit, and I know about the unit because it appeared in newspaper. Yeah. So for this purpose, I have to reject nicely lah, because I think the first one was by coincidence, and the second one I don't want it to happen because I don't think so I'm strong enough to take it.
because you knew beforehand.
Yeah, correct. Yes, but this one is real more worse. Medical case ah.
Seram
Yeah.
Oh, that one chainsaw.
Motor mana pula tu?
But that's the
Yeah.
thing lah. It happens, and then for us as real estate agents, we have to do our duties.
Yeah,
That is
true.
where I mean sometimes people
Fiduciary duties.
Yes.
we still
Yeah.
have to market, we still have to sell, and that is what people don't know lah.
Correct.
Whatever that we went through. I mean, this is talking about what they call it, paranormal or supernatural
Yes.
stuff, right? But other than that people don't see behind the scenes are a lot more lah. You're talking about us. Sometimes we even assisted in cleaning up the unit, to making the house tidy. So these are part of our things that we
Duty.
need to
Yeah,
do
you
somehow.
mentioned about clean up the unit, correct?
Yeah lah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
duty.
thing. Yeah, because for vacant house usually there's dust or this thing. Sometimes I also have to sweep the floor.
Yeah, that's what people don't see lah.
Yeah, people don't see.
And then when we do that, imagine you are on your own also the feeling
But I don't mind sweeping the floor, but I cannot see cockroach.
This one west skirt
How come I said cockroach you lagging already Syahid? Hello Syahid. Lagging already.
Are you okay?
what
When I mention
gangguan.
cockroach you lagging already.
Tadi ada gangguan sikit lagi dah boleh.
Yeah, you see now he kena disturb already.
You know or not?
He kena
Sometimes
disturb
we
already.
go viewing
He kena disturb
This
already.
common question comes from non-Muslim lah. Senang cakap. Sometimes we market a house, even though there is owner inside the house, not a divorce case, normal selling case. Lepas tu kan, dah viewing, lepas tu at the end of the story, the buyer asks, why owner want to sell? Did somebody pass away in this house? You know? Syahid, you pernah kena tak? You pernah kena tak, Syahid?
Lagging again.
Syahid tidur
Bukan tidur lah, internet.
No. I
Continue.
think disturbance. This one really
So
disturbance.
this question sometimes ask, did somebody pass away in the house? I mean, naturally everybody die, right? So what's there to be scared of? Betul tak?
Betul. Lagging again Is it Syahid? No. Syahid.
Syahid
I
sengaja
think
ke apa
no.
ni?
I think dia kena gangguan. I think we better decide something. Come. Syahid, are you there? Syahid?
Yeah, I'm back.
Purposely is it? I'm scared, no?
Not purposely lah.
Jadi kan, sometimes we say lah, the mother ever pass away there. When you say that the sale habis, tak jadi. I mean, everybody die, whether at hospital ke, on the road ke, at home ke. So what's the difference?
Yeah lah, that's a common question lah.
Tapi the fear question soalan cepu mas macam ni ya Allah.
Yes, that's just a common question because before we market house, buyer used to ask, is there any natural death or unnatural death happen in this house? If
And
unnatural
usually
death,
it happens Faraid house. Okay, house empty, okay lah. You have the right to ask who passed away here, passed away in the house or not. Okay, understood. House kosong. Tapi macam contohnya elderly lah, only the wife lives. Did the husband pass away here? What a question. Sometimes it's offending the seller. Do you know that?
yeah, true.
Tak sedap didengar.
So of course, as an agent, we have to really have a small talk with the buyer also, so that it will not be hurt by the seller, right? So
that's why buyers out there, kalau nak tanya question ke apa, ask away from the seller lah. Ask downstairs ke, at the lift
For
ke. Don't ask
sensitive
things,
ones,
don't comment
sensitive.
things inside the house.
Yes.
It's not proper. Seriously, some sellers are very sensitive about it.
yeah, we talk about this. I realized a few times, Shahid, you have lagging. Just now, I think something disturbing.
Yeah, I
Something
think
pass
that,
by
yeah.
Pass by.
So that's why I think I need to end off the live now.
Yeah, better bit fast because they know you are ustad. That's why they want to test you.
Don't play that one.
There. Yeah, we got to end up this session before late night because I'm alone here in the studio.
Because okay, just sharing before we end off. This one is my own personal experience. When I was studying
tak ada
in,
lagi.
nah, this
Kata
one
dia
not
end off.
not real estate. Talking about the when I was studying in Egypt.
Okay.
They have a class, you know. I mean,
Sijin.
they have a class for you to learn learn on how to maybe they call it
Ruqyah.
berubat lah, ruqyah, all those kind of things lah. But again lah, for me being me, I didn't want to attend lah. I didn't go.
Rugi tak attend.
Tak nak. I didn't go. So my friend went, our housemate lah. So basically, but I'm not sure again whether it's true or not because I'm not in it. So people saying that if let's say you were to study, then normally you'll be tested. That's a normal things that I hear lah. Again whether it's true or not is not for me to judge. But so my friend went, and then when the whole story, there are some disturbance when they started to learn, then they are so called being tested. So for me, I take the safe way lah, then don't learn lah.
I heard. My client told me that story. And then she went for Ruqyah class in Singapore. Maybe it's a auditorium full of maybe 50 packs. Tengah belajar tu ada je yang menurun. Betul-betul they don't know themselves, diorang ada jin dalam badan.
Yalah, correct.
Yeah.
But
So
again,
Syafiq, will you join?
Assalamualaikum.
Kau tahu ada jin kat badan you.
But again I mean to then that is where we appreciate asatiza ataupun ustaz-ustaz yang belajar benda ni tau. Because it's not something easy. It's something really a sacrifice that they make on their end. It becomes to the point that it becomes something that is in Islamic term maybe like fardu kifayah kind of thing, a task that needs someone to take but of course whoever is ready because it's not something to be played around with.
Right.
So so again, for those of you out there who have the courage to do, then you might want to venture in because again, not all ustaz or asatiza are in this field or they have the knowledge to ubatkan orang ke something like that lah. Because again it's something deeper than that lah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever it is, after hearing from us, in fact we have a lot more to share from our team members also, because due to time factors we need to end this session soon, otherwise we also kena disturb, at any point of time. My doors keep on opening from just now.
Sorang-sorang kat office tu.
Yes.
Sorang-sorang habis dari tadi tangan-tangan keluar.
That's all lah. Just now I saw white thing
Seram
moving.
je.
Just now I saw white thing moving. I don't know what's that. Okay. So Syahid, maybe we want to end up this session.
So again, thank you so much for all of you out there. I think there's a lot of audience today, to be honest with you. I think they are waiting for us to share and everything. And again, if let's say you have any stories that you want to share with us, just DM or PM ERA Explorer Focus Facebook page. You can just drop us a DM there, and then inshallah, if times permit, you might be able to share your stories in our live session next week, because
So
we are running live every week.
Yeah, we hope by sharing with you about this paranormal experience, okay, it will not deprive you for selling or buying house through us.
We're just sharing our experience lah. But at the end of the day, like you hear from our stories, all the houses being sold. So basically, it's not because of that then your house can be sold. Inshallah, there will always be solutions to it lah. Right. So that will be all from us today. So hopefully you all had fun.
Have fun. Oh, we have comments here. Terkejut-kejut dengan sound effects while listening attentively. Haha, from Paranormal.
So,
Ayo.
So
someone also messaged me, say that just now I mentioned about tali. What tali is that? It's actually the tape, the police tape.
Blue and white.
Police tape.
Tape like that.
Yes.
So
So
kita
again,
ni
this
hari ni
one-
macam rancangan MJ12 tapi pada pukul 9.
So kita tak berani buat pukul 12.
Lepas tu kita buat hari Sabtu.
Okay, for those out there, if let's say you missed this session, don't worry, because our FB page Explorer Focus Group still will be ongoing. You can still play back the video, right? You can still play back the video, and it will stay there forever, no matter what. Okay?
Yes,
you can
correct.
still listen and watch the session.
Okay, so that's all from us today. Do like and share this video. Again, we appreciate your feedback. If let's say you all have any topics, or this one also some is being suggested lah from our audience, right?
Yes.
So if let's say there are other topics that you want us to cover, do share with us. So every Saturday 8:30 p.m. we'll go live. So we hope that you can share what are the things that you want to know. For example, you want to know about asset progression or negative sale or whatever that it got to do with property. Inshallah, we'll try our best to share our knowledge and experience. Right. So
Yes.
any closing words, boss?
After this, I think when we serve buyer, I think a lot of buyers out there will carry babies.
Then maybe a service of renting a baby to go house viewing.
Yeah, Sitimas do that rental. Service baby.
Merepek je. Syahid banyak baby ke tak nak pinjam?
Ingat apa? Boleh sewa ke?
For viewing
For viewing lagi.
Nak patung ke?
Boleh lah. Kalau nak
lah.
1 hour 1,000 lah.
Yeah.
Mana jual anak.
That's cheap. You know, I expect 10,000.
Sewa anak. So that's all from us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks a lot for joining
Next
in.
week is Deepavali.
Yeah.
So will we still have live next week?
We will be ongoing, no stop.
Pakai sari
InsyaAllah.
Makan tosai. Bawa kuih burku.
Okay, guys.
All the cultural things.
End of the session now.
Alright, thank you so
That's
much,
all.
everyone. So stay
Alright.
tuned next week, same time, same channel, same page. ERA Explorer Focus. Good
Thank you
night.
dan Assalamualaikum. Thank you for the like and share, everybody. Yeah, today is a very good ghost story.
How come got
to share.
ambulance,
Kenapa ada polis pula ni?
Orang komplain dah over dia. Overtime.
Syafiq, nak balik baik-baik Baik-baik tau, keluar office, sorang-sorang, turun ke
biasa.
kapak.
Ya.
Baik-baik tau, banyak pokok kat atas kapak tu.
Ya.
Bukan banyak, belakang dia ada pokok tu.
Tu pokok tak jadi, yang kat bawah lagi lebat-lebat. Ni dah habis ke belum ni?
Belum.
Bila nak end ni? Cepatlah end live. Oh, they never end. One day keep on talking. Nobody end for us.
Seram lah si.
Alright.
So when
Wrap up.
nak ceritakan je dah seram
Si.
Dah.
Next week cerita tu lagi ke?
Dah heran, si Daddy boleh saja dia cross ni, muka dia semua keluar. Tadi dia ambil gini. Bet lah ni. Dah lah, habis lah.
Belum habis.
Mampus.
We are live! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. FB Live Talk on Property Matters here in ERA Explorer Focus Group with Shafiq Focus and Agent Shahid.